We're gamers, we like games, we play games because we're gamers. We got no lives, we've got jobs, this is our hub.
Hello everybody, it's Fett here, and today we're going to be doing something different. We're going to be doing a review. Now, I've been wanting to do some reviews for a long time. I'll be doing some other reviews of various things, games, movies, what have you. But today I want to go over a video game that released not too long ago and has been featured multiple times on this channel. This game is Ark Survival Evolved by Studio Wildcard. Now, for some context, I love dinosaurs. I'm a big dinosaur fan. I love Jurassic Park. I love Land Before Time. I am a dinosaur fan. So this game, when I first saw the preview of it years ago, I was stoked for it. I was excited and I wanted to have it. It actually was one of the driving forces for me getting a gaming-capable PC. Now, years later, after been playing the game for about 2.5 years, since I got on early access for about $25-30 a few years ago, actually around this time a few years ago, I have my opinion. And playing with other people on this game, or talking to other people who have played this game, I've heard many opinions. And today, I'd like to discuss Ark and all of its Arkness. So, I'd like to begin this review talking about some of the good things. I'll get on to the bad things, and then I'll finish up with kind of a bit more of a more positive wrap-up and my final view. So, for those of you who are looking to buy it or who have bought it and haven't installed it yet, and of course this is discussing mostly the PC experience, so there's a few extra perks I get because of that, obviously with mods, which are very positive. Some of the good things that Ark brings to you is immersion. It immerses you into the environment. It is very beautiful, especially if you have a very, very high graphics capable machine. It is a beautiful game. Sometimes you can just sit in awe, watching these creatures go by, taking in the environment that's been built. It is amazing. Amazing. So this game was very beautifully made, and it's been so for a long time. The models look pretty good. The sounds are pretty good. It's a stunning sense experience, especially visual and sound, which is typically what it is. It's also fun for online play. If you are someone who likes playing online with people, if you are someone who likes to go in and play with friends, maybe start a server, and play with a few friends, build up a thing, and play when you want, it is great for that. It's also great if you want to meet people. Some of our good friends in the MPM universe, I guess to say, are from an Ark server that we had. It is great for social interactions. There's also a lot of variation in playstyle and playability. What do I mean by this? What I mean is that there's no necessarily one way to play it. You can get various mounts, or tames, however you want to call about it. You can find a lot of really cool ways to build up, to expand your home, to build your base, how you want to do things. There are better ways than others, but there's a lot that you can do. A lot of allowing your own kind of style to come through. And that's what's really fun about this game. You can play it many ways, and a lot of times your own way. Ways you become comfortable. And with that, of course, is the many options, which is why it's so variable in playability. There's a lot of options of different tames you can get. Many dinosaurs that fulfill needs of other ones, where you can choose what you want based on the area or whatever. There's a decent variation in the tools and weapons, yes. There's kind of a tier system. But there's also, especially as you get progress in the game, ways where you can get lower tier stuff at a higher grade that's almost as effective as the lower grade stuff from the higher tiers. So it kind of balances out a bit there, and then of course the high grade, high tier stuff is godly, essentially. But it's pretty fun in that sense. However, it is not without its issues. Now, something that a lot of people know, and this is just me, it is very buggy. And for a game that is released and been in early access for so long, that should not be the case. Now, I understand it is a large, immense game. I think you download it for about 22 gigs and unzip it to like 5 times that amount. So I understand there's a lot to pack in and a lot to deal with. And especially the more mods you add, the more bugs you find. So that I understand. But even vanilla, it is buggy. There are a lot of issues with banding. Falling through things getting stuck within themselves, clipping issues. There's a lot of issues like with how gravity works, losing your stuff. And mostly it has to do with the clipping though. Clipping through the map. This is one of the biggest bugs that we've seen. The biggest bug that I've seen happen where, say you're down diving and you have a mount and you're underwater and you get attacked by a mosasaur. That mountain gets attacked but they don't die. They could end up under the world and you could never find them. That can also happen with your stuff. Stuff is really difficult to find. The downside of having such a good immersive environment is if you lose something out in an area you're not familiar with, or say like you're on a mount riding somewhere and you die in a field, but you can recognize where you are, you go back to look, you may not find your stuff because it is that hard to find it. The bags don't really pop out. It's not like in say 7 Days to Die where the bag is a bright aqua teal color against the background, which is much easier to find. Instead the bag is a brown color against a very natural color scheme, so greens and browns and grays. So it's really difficult to find. It blends in very well. So that's an unfortunate way of this, but it's very buggy. It's also very grind heavy. Even if you turn up the settings, which we always do on our server, the servers that NPM typically hosts. We turn up the settings so you're not grinding as much, but in vanilla Arc it is excessively grind heavy to the point where you can clear cut and not get enough resources to do what you need to do. So it's very impractical where you put in a lot of work to not get a lot done. And the push, especially when you're on like an MMO, a PvP MMO, it doesn't reward you very well. You need to work together with a large group, and that can be frustrating. With it being so grind heavy too, you end up giving up a lot of your life to play it. Now some people do play games that way, where they just work and game, work and game, work and game. But for many people like myself, who game more as a hobby and have their life, which comes before gaming. So I have work, my life, which includes my wife, my friends, my family, other little things I want to do, and gaming is just a very active and prominent hobby. It's not fun. It's not fun to spend 5 hours on something and feel like I didn't get anywhere. That's a very major setback, especially because with all this grinding, there is no end goal really. Now this is too, the grind isn't necessarily an issue for me as it being grinding itself. I don't mind grinding. I have played numerous RPGs, a bunch of Squaresoft games, Final Fantasy, the Chrono series. I've played Pokemon games. I have played various Nintendo title RPG games like Paper Mario. I understand and very much appreciate the value of grinding, of getting your levels up, of attaining the resources you need. I play other games too, like Minecraft and 7 Days to Die, where you need to grind a bit to get yourself further. However, there's supposed to be either a balance of work versus progress, or there needs to be a goal. especially with RPGs, you grind in order to improve yourself to better take on the next challenge, like a boss battle or anything. You know, I also play D&D, and you know, if you grind a lot too, there needs to be some sort of reward. So you need to have that balance, and Ark doesn't really have that grind to reward or grind to progress balance, especially without a direction other than fighting a boss. That really plays no part here or there. I have played this game, I have put hundreds of hours into this game and never, ever actually fought a boss. They play no real legitimate part in the game. And that's really what gets to the big issue, my big issue, what a lot of people eventually hate after putting about 200 to 300 plus hours into it. You know, many people put thousands. The game in itself ends up being boring and repetitive. And why do I say that? Well, one, it updates so often that your old servers, your old saves, your old games are no longer valid. So you have to start over. As well as, oftentimes, when you die, you have to start over. Unless you've gotten incredibly established to the point to where you can have people fly out to get you or come out to get you and bring you back, to where you can get another mount to go out and find your body where you died, you have to start again from scratch, or go back and find your base losing everything you just did, which could include weapons, tools, armor, and any other gear you may have had on you when you die. You have such high risk. However, you need to have all these items on you in order to not die if anything happens. So it's a catch, and it really, really sucks. So it makes it really repetitive, and again, it really hinders the reward to grinding, and it ends up being extremely punishing for those who are not very good, who are not avid, 8 hours a day players, or who are not a part of a major clan or tribe that can share the load and all work together and agree to work together. It is extremely punishing, especially to new players. Now, it's fine because you learn, there's a learning curve, you eventually learn how to deal with it, and the challenge when you start off of dealing with, oh no, the weaker dinosaurs, the weaker animals can hurt me, yeah, that's a fun thing at first, but eventually you get to the point where it's like, okay, I'm grinding and trying to do this work, and out of the blue, this random thing just fucks my life up. I've already established a building here, I've already started working here, I've already got a couple tames, now I'm just getting fucked by this thing that I didn't know was going to be here. What do I do? It's not as easy to relocate. There's a lot of investment with a high risk and little reward, which is really frustrating. And to bring back the issue with how the game punishes you, especially if you don't form a tribe or join a massive tribe where you can keep your tames or mounts and you can keep your stuff, your body can be. It's punishing if you don't get on very often, especially if you're on a server that's on 24/7. Because your body, your player is still active, your mounts are still active, your animals are still active. So what that means is you can starve, drown, die of thirst, die of exposure, and your character can be raided and or killed while you are offline. There is no offline protection, with the exception of some mods or some other settings you can change. But for the most part, it's not that way. And that's very frustrating. And it kind of destroys that balance. Like I said, it's a great game for those who want to sit down and want to play 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, all the time, and invest most of their free time into it. But for people who are interested in playing multiple games or do other things or have lives outside of game and work, it's not very fulfilling. It's not as fun. Especially because a lot of the issues are never hammered out when they said they'll be. Dinosaurs aren't brought in, animals aren't brought in when they are said to be. Update fixes for bugs aren't done on time. I think even the release date wasn't on time. It's always not on time. I understand it's a a massive game, but from what I gather, it doesn't seem that Wildcard's really working on anything else. Now, those are most of the gripes that I've heard, or the ones that I have myself. But I'll go back and finish up with a few more things that I do like about it. Now, of course, like I said, the animals. There are tons of various creatures that are adorable, intimidating, fun to play, fun to try and catch. You have your pick, and it is awesome. There are things I was so excited to see in a game. I'm happy that they're there. Scientific accuracy, however, they are amazing to see. The modding in this game for PC is fantastic. Many times Wildcard will end up either buying or incorporating that mod into a new update or into a new release for DLC, which is amazing. I'm glad that they try and work with some of these some of these better mods, because these modders really get it, and it's fun. As well as the mechanics of the game, while sometimes a bit buggy and sometimes a bit wacky, are pretty cool. The way the flying works, although they nerfed flying when it comes to certain things. The mounting, especially when they added combat from a mount for certain size mounts. The swimming mechanic is pretty cool. Taming mechanic is pretty fun, although it can be a bit jumbly sometimes and a bit hectic. It is still very fun. Most of the way that this game runs is pretty well when it comes to the play style and playability. It's a game that I would have recommended to you before release, but not after. I would not have recommended this game once it became more than $30, unless they had fixed the bugs and made a lot of major adjustments. This game is a great $30 to $35 game, but any more than that, it's really not worth it. It is graphically beautiful, the mechanics are fun, but there are too many bugs and too much punishment and too little reward for really playing the game. It requires too much to be enjoyed. So I give Ark, giving all these numbers, I would give Ark a 6 out of 10. Why? Because it is a good looking game. It is mechanically sound. It has good variety, a good environment, fun online experience, and I have a bias towards dinosaurs. However, it loses in being entertaining for long periods of time, for being balanced in difficulty, for being balanced in time put in versus reward, and for its bugs. So I give it a 6 out of 10. This has been my first review. I've done many of these and always deleted them because I didn't like them. This one I feel happy with. So thank you guys all for watching. If you like the review, or just if you like Ark or whatever, please give that like button a nice good game on its top little butt. I will be getting a video thing soon, so you'll be able to see my face. Oh no, it's gonna be frightening, isn't it? But leave in the comments below what you think of Ark, what you think of this game. You know, are there anything I missed? Bad, positive, anything maybe I got wrong you feel? Argue your case. I love seeing people talk about these things and share their opinions. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong or right, but I'd like to hear it. Maybe I'll offer my 2 cents as well. I'm pretty sure some other NPM members might also offer their opinions. Yeah. So I'm glad to do this. Another thing too, I'll do it in this video. If people can tell, I'm starting a new schedule for uploading that I want to stick to. Now that we have the 3 main NPM content creators under one roof, myself, CapnBowser, Superloot, we're all trying to adhere more to a stricter uploading schedule. Superloot, I believe, is every 2 days. CapnBowser is every other day, and I want to be every day with the exception of weekends. Weekends are not upload, they are going to be streaming or me doing my own stuff. It's kind of give or take. This weekend will not be a streaming weekend. I will be gone doing something with my wife that we deserve. However, if you guys can tell, I've been a day behind, but I've been wanting to do this. I'm going to have a Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Tuesday before Wednesday schedule where Monday, and I'll be uploading them at 1 a.m., so we'll be going back a day, so Sunday night going into Monday morning. I'll be uploading a collab video, so it'll be like a Pokemon Yellow, or maybe something we'll do with the other guys. I have another collab I'm going to be uploading. We're starting a Dead Island series me and CapnBowser are doing, so we'll have collab videos with other NPM people. Tuesdays are going to be a how-to. Wednesdays are going to be a Let's Play series. So I've been doing GoldenEye and Ocarina of Time currently. They're going to be the main 2 for Wednesday, and then eventually Friday too is another one. Thursday is the day this releases, is going to be a review day, and I've got a ton of shit I can review. Games, movies, all sorts of fun things, comic books, posters, trailers, just whatever. It's going to be nerd related, it's going to be game or entertainment related, and I'm going to call this Fett-ish. It's going to be the thing. Yeah, it's a play on my name as well as a play on, it's an interest, it's a cool thing. So we'll be doing that, it'll be fun. There's another thing I'll be doing too, a couple things for Halloween I want to do for reviews, so I'm going to get those ready. I'm going to do a similar format to this. I'm excited. I'm really glad to finally have something coming. I'll be doing something cool, hopefully, in the next couple weeks. My brother is going to be back from Germany for a little bit. He's in the army, hoping to maybe get him to play a game with me or something. He's someone who loves video games as well. We used to play video games all the time as kids. Hoping to get him to do something with me on here. Super Smash Bros., Soul Calibur, whatever. We'll do something. And I'm hoping to continue this and continue to actually take this a bit more seriously. I'm actually at a point in my life now where I feel I can actually upload consistently, provide better content, better quality content. I'm working to get better stuff. I'm trying to do this for you guys, for myself. I need to do something with this, so I'm glad to be doing this. Sorry to put this update into the review as well, but I figured I'd do so. So again, thank you guys for watching. You know what to do with the like button. You know what to do in the comment section, but also make sure to subscribe and share. Check out the links in the description below, the other NPM people, as well as things like Patreon. You can support me there. Would very much appreciate it. And of course, you have a good fucking day. Bye.